Today we have with us Shri Anand Jain, Director, Anti-Corruption Bureau, Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, for his special presentation. I welcome you, Anand sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we can now start the presentation.
Thank you, Farhan. I will just quickly run through the presentation on the various digital initiatives which we have taken in Anti-Corruption Bureau, which has a very wider reach to the various government servants and also to the common citizens as well. So the first initiative which we took was in terms of the vigilance clearance aspects of it, and the vigilance clearance was a big issue for us in terms of in terms of presenting it and the clutter of data which used to come to us in a large number. A large number of NOC requests of the government employees were received manually, and it was a very challenging task for us to process these vigilance clearances on time, because many of the posting details of the employees were found incomplete. So it was taking large amount of time for us to check records and revert back to General Administration Department. So a simple solution was developed by the Kashmir University IT team, and this solution was developed free of cost for the issuance of the vigilance clearances. And the entire process was basically automated and it was made paperless. So now I'll just quickly run through the workflow in which the workflow runs as under is as departments they fill and submit the application form details of the employee along with attachments like photograph and other details, if any, to General Administration Department, which is a nodal department to issue the vigilance clearances, public NOC, NOCs to various government employees. Secondly, as quickly as the GAD receives the forms, they are submitted in the same format to ACB, and once it is processed in ACB, they are again reverted back to GAD through the portal, and the departments can straight away download those NOC certificates of all those approved applicants from the GAD. So it has become a really entirely process has become automated. And I will run through the screens shots of the vigilance clearance system. So there's a department code and the password which has been given to the various departments. So the entire data of the department is collected at one particular point. The department has, for example, Home Department has a code and a password. So they can enter the details of the employees from there and pass on the details to General Administration Department and henceforth to the ACP. So this is the login tray of the ACB, which is visible to us in terms of tray. Like 32 odd are received by us, and they are pending in your inbox. Finally, the departments, the forms which are filled by the various departments are as follows. So it has a very simple fields which are there. It is basically centered around the CPS code. The employee information systems is a unique number given to each employee against whom the salary is drawn. So this data set point is basically unique in nature, and the details of postings from and to date, it was complete in nature. So now we get the complete forms. So it has become very easy to process. This is the workflow, how it is visible in at our end. See, we can see the comments of Mr. Nitin. He is processing this case from the vigilance, and it has been forwarded to us. So gradually it will come down to us with the para 2 and para 1, and the same process gets repeated again. And finally, I lodge my comments about the vigilance status and submit back to the GAT. So it has become a very simple tool which has helped us to process around 6,008 requests of employees, as each form indicate form filled by one employee. So 6,008 requests have been received by us from GAT, and the reverted back the forms which have been sent from ACB to GADR 4597, and NOC request in process were 1411. So here the entire process has been very helpful to us, in processing these around 4,600 odd NOCs in a short period of approximately 2.5 months. So, I mean, you can see the remarkable change what technology has brought in a simple solution of this particular form. Now, the phone calls are died down in terms of any references which are pending at us, and the requests are tracked in real time basis now. So this was the first initiative which we did in the anti-corruption bureau. Second major challenge which we faced was in terms of the data of the complaints pending with departmental vigilance officers. As we are all aware, in the government departments, there are departmental vigilance officers appointed by the government and in the various departments, which are nodal points to inquire and verify the complaints pertaining to corruption and other related issues. So, since ACP was receiving hundreds of complaints every day, and these complaints were processed manually, further we had handling of thousands of complaints pending disposal with DVOs, and the whole issue was about the maintenance of the files physically, and it was many times it was really difficult to locate those files. Further, it was also difficult for us to assess the pendency at DVO level also. So both the challenges which we faced at our end and at their end. So to collate the data, to have the structured sort of a portal which will help us to address each and every query and also to process the response from the DVOs real time. So we did a small portal of the DVOs in which the username and passwords of the DVOs were created and they were communicated to them. The correspondence which was sent by us to the DVO for verification, it was uploaded in the portal and sent it across. The moment we sent it across the data to the DVO, SMS alert was sent to the concerned DVO wherever any new complaint was uploaded on the portal. So any pendency we could also review, and we could review this aspect of sending them SMSs to complaint to dispose of these complaints in a short period of time. Further, taking this queue from the SMS feature, this was later inbuilt in the grievance portal of the government of UT. So I'll quickly run through the DVO portal. This is the login admin for the DVO, and this for the DVOs, and this for the admin. Now the dashboard of the DVOs looks like this, like if you can see on the main screen. So with the DVOs for 5402 complaints have been processed with, in which the 4005 are still pending at DVO end, and the reversal in 684 complaints have been there from the DVO side, and the disposal at our end was 711. The 684 reversions are now also getting examined by us, and we are also examining these for the final disposal. So approximately around 1400 odd, 1300 odd complaints were disposed of, and they were reverted back to us. So there is a this mechanism has helped us in getting the complaint system streamlined to a large extent. Now we have database of around 580 DVOs, in which the DVO dashboard, if you see, so it's a very simple tool, and it also gives us the pendency of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. So we are able to analyze and examine the data which is pending at DVO end, the complaints which are pending at DVO end, which need disposal. So finally, the result of the working of DVO portal was like 5402 complaints we could upload and scan and send it across to DVOs electronically through the portal, and they were disposed of at 1395, as I mentioned, in two parts that reverted back and the rest were disposed of. And the matters in progress of 4007. And we have a regular review of these matters now, since each and every application is marked, tagged, indicated, and has a unique number. So it has helped us to uh, have the data organized in a better way. And also, since we keep on receiving the large number of complaints every day, so it has helped us to streamline the entire process. Apart from that, we did a Satak Nagarik mobile application portal, mobile application for the citizens to lodge a complaints of grievances on a real time basis through the Android based mobile application. So this mobile application was helpful to us in getting the complaints in a real time basis. Apart from this, we had Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp helpline, and our website also has a complaint box system. So, but the Southern Nagrik application was essential to get any matter instantaneously, and we attach a lot of importance to it in terms of disposal. So, the workflow I will quickly discuss. On submitting the complaint through an application, a unique number is given to the complainant, as which is done in the all complaint disposal systems. On the basis of the unique number, the complainant can check the status of his complaint. The most important feature is that once we forward this complaint to the DVO, the SMS alert is sent to the complainant, so he is well aware that his complaint has been forwarded to the DVO. If we take it up, we also inform him through SMS that this complaint we have taken up. The interface looks like this. It's a very simple interface where we have kept very minimal fields where he can have the access to. This is the mobile number where he sends an OTP and registers his mobile number, and subsequently then he enters his grievance and attaches a photograph. And it was very interesting to note that we could lay 4 to 5 traps, and a lot of good disproportionate asset cases were registered on the basis of the complaints which have been received through an application. So, as the public grievances are concerned, 483 have reached us, and we have forwarded to the Departmental Vigilance Officers 306 for verification, and 98 we have disposed of at our end, and 79 are in process with us for examination. So the interesting feature with this portal was when we launched it, application when we launched it, there were messages in terms of snow clearances, messages in terms of clearing of the streets. There were no street lights, so all those grievances also were received by us, were forwarded to the concerned DVOs for necessary action, and the department also responded well in time. The last and foremost was the most important part of the criminal justice system, that is a trial basis. This is trial system what we go in court, and since large number of cases of the ACB are under trial in the various stages in the various courts, so it was very difficult for us to track the data in the real time basis. So for the under trial monitoring of these cases at the court level, so we developed this court cases monitoring system. So this we did in 2019, and the prosecution staff which is posted in the various courts, like 15 courts are there. So they keep on uploading the information on a daily basis, so that we are able to understand which case is at what stage, and how early we can intervene, and we can produce the witnesses well in time. So it has also helped the General Administration Department to address queries on the real-time basis directly from the portal in terms of any data if they need of any under trial matter which is pending before the court. So this is the dashboard of the court cases monitoring system, in which 28 users are there in the at the various levels, 15 courts, and 625 cases are under trial in the various courts. And as you see, the various cases have as per the FIR number in the court. We can collect the data and have it organized, and follow it up on a fruitful basis, so that we are able to track the information in the real time and also follow up these cases on the real time basis. So these were the couple of 4 initiatives which we took in the past 1.5 year. So it has given us a good results, and as far as the e-office is concerned, it has really added a lot of speed to our work. And I mean, we are in fact very proud to say that we are the office which is completely on the e-office from the Jammu part and from the Srinagar part. Since all the branches, all the applications, all the complaints, they are uploaded online and processed online. So this was the showcasing of various digital initiatives and the results thereof in terms of creation of portals for the various vigilance work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anand sir. Thank you for your presentation. It's good to know that anti-corruption bureau is taking too many digital transformation cases to crack down the crime trend. And I welcome you, Amit sir. And we have been informed that our guest of honor, Arun Kumar Mehta, already joining us. And Anand sir, as a token of appreciation, we would share the
Sir, thanks for such an enlightening presentation. It is always a pleasure to listen you and hear you. And we are really grateful that you spared your valuable time. And I'm sure audiences all over the nation, even abroad, must have got enlightened with whatever you presented in today's digital transformation conclave. In fact, in my inaugural address, I have already touched upon the points that we are at a level in JK now, like there's no looking back. So this is a small token, sir, for you for participation from our side, and we wish that you keep enlightening us and guiding us in carrying forward the e-gov reforms in Jammu and Kashmir UT in times to come. And from here onwards, sir, we'll try to take some things. Everybody who is listening, who is part of this virtual conclave, will definitely, there'll be a lot of takeaways for everybody. And again, grateful to you, sir, for sparing a valuable time to join us today.
All the which I have had, the initiative which you took regarding the preserving beneficiaries, that's something which is absolutely essential for the state, because we
Sir,
don't know who is a construction worker, we don't know who is a Manrega worker, we don't know who is the beneficiary of what scheme. He has been availing benefits from A, B, C, D, E, F schemes. And
sir.
if you can integrate that particular database, since it's a very small database, it won't take much of time. So once you
Sir,
have the beneficiaries of all schemes,